fun fact. So, I do have a YouTube channel that we can take a look at. The numbers aren't very good. Hey, we got 323 subs. Not too shabby, but not really like astronomical numbers, you know? But thank you, Athena. I really think so too. Like I feel this is one of those dresses that makes me feel really confident. Here. So remember, guys, I did a segment. Wait, what's my Insta? There you go. So I did a segment a while back about how Jimmy Dore doesn't know what blackmail is, and furthermore, the Jimmy Dore left doesn't know what blackmail is. So okay, I'm not gonna watch the segment, but just to kind of prove my point here, let's look at the comments on this video. Sad, you support TYT, which has done everything to thwart the efforts to hold the DNC accountable, but want to rain on Jimmy Dore, who is still fighting for the very things the left supposedly supports. Jimmy Dore held a Force the Vote campaign, like, rally during the vote and after the vote. It was literally just a vehicle to make Jimmy Dore a bigger deal. Thank you, Natalie Marie. Sad you support Jimmy Dore, who's fighting for his very own pocket. True. It seems like you don't know what blackmail is. What Anna did was basically saying, stop criticizing us or I will try to ruin your reputation with a false sexual assault allegation. That was clearly implied. Blackmail does not always have to be phrased in the classical do this or else kind of way. If I say, hey, I'm having a hard time financially, I could really use some money right now. Remember when you murdered someone and I didn't report it? That's going to change. That would also be blackmail. Anna clearly stated that what she's upset about, implying she wants him to shut up and continue reminding him of a 7-year-old incident, threatening him with it. She did not out him as a sexual harasser, she sent him a DM. Now, two things. First of all, false sexual assault allegation is a weird way to phrase something Jimmy Dore personally has admitted to at least 4 times and had admitted to prior to Anna DMing him. It's a very weird way to phrase that, but interesting point. Also, interesting that someone reads, hey, I've been putting up with your shit for a long time, and I'm gonna talk about things that you did to me as blackmail. That's not blackmail. That's not, like, it's not asking for anything. It's just saying, hey, you've been talking shit. I'm gonna talk about what you did now. Like, first off, it's not fake. It's not a false allegation. And second of all, it's not asking for anything from Jimmy Dore. Because Jimmy has repeatedly shown that he doesn't give a shit and is gonna keep on being an asswipe. But sure, I guess saying that, hey, I am going to talk about these things that you did, is blackmail now. That's what blackmail is now. I guess. Yeah, telling someone you better do what I say or I'm going to do something to hurt you is definitely not blackmail. Again, like, this, there is no or in this, and there was no you better do what I say in Anna's message to Jimmy. All it was saying was, you've been acting like a real shit, and I'm gonna start talking about the thing you did. Like, I don't know, like, this would be like saying, I don't know, I can't think of a dumb enough, a dumb enough thing to like bring into this to compare it to. This is just so dumb. Funny how blackmail is a criminal act, yet no cops are called. Yeah, it's funny how this is blackmail, but apparently not a crime. It's not a crime enough for Jimmy Dore, and the Jimmy Dore left. Apparently this is all just wackadoodle nonsense. Again, this is just me responding to the comments, I guess. At no point did she say that. She announced her intention to share what he did to her when they worked together. That's not blackmail. It's not! I'm sorry. Just responding to someone who has been shit-talking you online and saying, hey, you've been shit-talking me online, and I'm now going to talk about this thing that you did while we worked together. That's not saying I'm not going to talk about it if you start being nice to me. No, that's just saying you've been a shit. I'm going to talk about it now. And then we get into this incredible thread of people being angry that I happened to open the other day. Just talking about a thing isn't blackmail. Sending a DM stating what you're upset about and what you want, and then reminding the person of something he may have done wrong clearly is. No, I'm sorry. Saying, hey, I'm upset that you've been talking shit, and I am also now going to start talking about bad things you have done, is not a call for you to be like, be nice to me or else. Sorry, that's not how that works. That's not how blackmail works. It could have been blackmail before this moment. We are seeing the threat followed through on. Well, it might, maybe. Here's part of the problem with thinking that. Jimmy Dore talked about it months before Anna sent that DM. Anna just provided additional details to a story that Jimmy Dore already talked about on his channel. On top of that, if they're so convinced that it's blackmail, call the cops. Because blackmail's a crime. On top of that, I'm sorry, but saying, yo, you sexually harassed me, I'm going to talk about that now. Not a crime. Not a crime to be like, yo, you did this thing, I'm going to talk about it now. That's not a crime. That's not blackmail. Why did she send Jimmy a DM instead of calling him out publicly? Right, because she was hoping she would get him to stop criticizing them. Jimmy Dore has been ruthlessly burning all of his bridges with everyone who doesn't suck his dick publicly, okay? And even the people who, like, attempt to suck his dick and do it only, like, kind of well, like only get him half hard, you know? He burns those bridges too, okay? Look at how hard he cucked Kyle Kalinske, okay? There's no amount of dick sucking for some people for Jimmy Dore to be like, that was good enough. Exactly, Sitting Cow. It's not blackmail. And they weren't even aware that Jimmy had talked about it before, because in their first response, they never mentioned the video and even claimed that Jimmy is lying. But then they found out that there's a video of Jimmy talking about the incident in a consistent way. They confirmed his story and exposed themselves as disgraceful liars. TYT in their first video, he didn't make a comment about a news skirt. TYT in their second video, why did he call it a news skirt? Well, that's because the humiliation comes in. I really don't care about Anna accurately remembering the details of an event that happened 7 years ago. Especially when it's corroborated by the person who did it, who openly bragged about it on his channel. Like, again, even if you think TYT is in the wrong, even if you think TYT has done everything wrong, okay? Has done everything wrong at every step of the way, That doesn't change the fact that Jimmy Dore is the kind of person who gets up in front of his audience and talks about how great it was, how laughingly and how wonderful it was when he sexually harassed a woman at work in front of everybody, in front of her students. Like, nah, I'm sorry. Why are you defending that? Why? That's Jimmy Dore in his own words. Yeah, he self-reported the shit out of that. He just like, you know, just that it was you know, playing that game with the Among Us. He was playing Among Us, just openly knifed someone in the first 5 seconds in front of everybody, and then reported it himself. And if the side you're supporting exposes themselves as disgusting liars like TYT, I'd say maybe it's time to reconsider who you're supporting. I'm not a Jimmy Dore fan. Jimmy Dore is a lot of things. He's vile and unhinged, and most of his political opinions are garbage. But unlike TYT, he's not a liar or a grifter. Again, I don't think TYT attempted to lie or obfuscate about this story. I think that at different points in different responses to this story, they had different people involved, and different people involved had different parts of the story to contribute. So, like, when we're talking about Jenk coming on TYT to talk about the sexual harassment allegation, or allegations, rather, he has a different perspective than when Anna comes on to talk about the sexual assault and her own personal experiences with the sexual harassment. Sorry, not sexual assault. My bad. I thought maybe you'd give an example of a lie that Jimmy told, but I guess you don't even know one. I mean, look, I don't care if... Well, first off, Jimmy Dore has lied. Like, Jimmy Dore lied about taking money from pro-Assad organizations. Jimmy Dore has lied about the credentials of the reporter who he has on all the time. And the veracity of the information and reporting in Syria. When we get into that stuff, yeah, that is a bunch of shit. Yeah, exactly. Like TYT. I'm sorry. Like TYT has been on the internet for like 20 fucking years. like they've been doing internet news for longer than anyone else in this business. And like, as far as most people are concerned, they're like the only progressive voice in media. And I'm sorry, it's not a grift. Now, you might think it is, but it's not. They do good work. Their investigations have been good and solid. And yeah, like, I used to watch TYT, and I kind of grew out of it. I moved on to more, what I consider, like, more sophisticated content, like The Majority Report, and the Michael Brooks Show, when it was in its prime. But that doesn't mean TYT is a grift. They're just, like, a really good entry point for a lot of people into the left. And they're not liars. They, in fact, go out of their way to issue corrections to their stories and issue clarifications and do all kinds of things when they're like caught in the wrong or have reported erroneously. This isn't one of those times. Watch the debate he had with Sam Cedar. Jimmy Dore has been proven to be wrong and a liar in everything, but it's okay. You live in an alternative facts universe. Don't matter. Arguing with people you like you on YouTube commentary sections is a waste of time. True. I just looked for the debate and only found one from 2016. Is that what you're talking about? Getting ratioed sucks. Getting ratioed responding to a commenter on your own channel. Shame on you. It's my channel, not Agnostikas. That Agnosticos. Yeah, not their channel. What does he lie about? What's his grift? Medicare for all and world peace. Jimmy Dore's grift is that he doesn't give a shit about Medicare for all. Okay? Maybe he does on like some like surface level, but like if you look at the force the vote nonsense, sorry, every analysis that you might be able to put forth on like force the vote shows that it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have actually forced anything. It would have been a meaningless symbolic gesture. And it would have used all of the political capital available to progressives that they can more effectively use for things like the infrastructure bill. The infrastructure bill that is going to expand Medicare coverage, or Medicaid coverage. Medicare coverage to hearing, sight, dental. You know, things that can all bankrupt somebody if they don't have that coverage, and will affect literally tens of millions of people in the United States. So, I don't know. Here's a question Jimmy Dore left. Which would you prefer? Would you prefer millions of people having coverage for their eyes, their ears, their teeth? Would you prefer that? Or would you prefer a meaningless gesture that wouldn't have accomplished anything other than squandering the political capital of progressives in office? Because those are your options. Those are your options. And I'm sorry we don't live in this fantasy world where, like, playing hardball when you have, like, 5 progressives in office isn't gonna get you what you want. But that being the case, put in the work to get more people in office. And guess what? Jimmy Dore is not the vehicle to get more people in office, because Jimmy Dore only cares about one person. One. And that's Jimmy Dore. He's shown that with how he's burned bridges with literally everyone for, like, no reason. This is the kind of guy who's gonna go on air and talk about how he wants to punch his former employers in the face, who are ostensibly allies to the left. TYT has done more for leftist organizing than, like, anybody else out there in the leftist space, okay? I'll be on that, I'll die on that hill, okay? Do you like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? TYT really helped there. Do you like Justice Democrats? Well, guess what? TYT really helped out getting Justice Democrats started. Do you like Bernie Sanders? Guess what? Guess what played a huge role in Bernie Sanders being able to come to public prominence? It was fucking TYT, okay? Like, if we're gonna talk about this, then we need to put it in perspective. What has Jimmy Dore done? Advocated for a meaningless gesture that has largely only served to boost his own prominence and got nothing accomplished. So, congrats, I guess. Also, none of you understand blackmail. Not a single one of you knows what blackmail is, and frankly, the comments on my video has really hammered home how little any of you understand what blackmail is. And it's... this is where I'm at. Like, if y'all have brains that are too small to understand what blackmail even is, I guess the left doesn't need you. Like, we need smarter people. We need smarter people who are able to actually, like, accomplish things. And if you are so pea-brained that you're like, blackmail is when someone says that they're gonna start talking about something that you admitted to. Like, oh, okay. Alright, good luck with that. I think we can build our movement without you. Hey, Sam the Human. Yeah, Lyra Bird. Yeah, Jimmy Dore rallied behind Tulsi fucking Gabbard, okay? That's your big leftist ally that Jimmy Dore is rallying behind. Tulsi fucking Gabbard. Tulsi anti-trans bill Gabbard. Like, that's your big leftist hero in Jimmy Dore universe? Okay, yeah, sure, buds. Wait, what the hell do they think blackmail is? Yeah, DJ Che. So the big scandal in Jimmy Dore world, right, is that Anna Kasparian sent a DM on Twitter to Jimmy Dore and said, hey, you've been talking... Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Hey, you've been talking a lot of shit. I'm going to talk about this time you sexually harassed me at work. Because it's really pissing me off. And everyone in Jimmy Dore world was like, yo, this is blackmail. And then Jimmy Dore was like, yeah, this is blackmail. It's disgusting. Also, I 100% did sexually harass Anna Kasparian at work. And everyone laughed. It was a really great time, bro. Really great time. Everyone thought it was funny. And that's what they think blackmail is. And also, it turns out that Jimmy Dore has admitted to doing this literally 5 or 6 times now. And bragged about it openly on his own channel. And yet, the big problem here seems to be that Anna sent a DM saying that she was going to talk about his sexual harassment of her. Yeah, he also bragged about it late last year. He bragged about it after Anna sent the DM, and he's bragged about it multiple times since, and has slowly turned the narrative into Anna Kasparian tried to blackmail me for criticizing TYT by saying she was going to talk about sexual harassment. And it wasn't even real sexual harassment. I sent an apology letter. Like, fuck. Also, he sexually harassed her in front of the entire workplace and in front of her students who were visiting the studio as part of their final assignment. Because Anna Kasparian teaches fucking journalism. So, yeah, the Jimmy Dore left doesn't know what blackmail is, and, yeah, DJ Che, turns out, missing a few steps there for it to be blackmail, but guess what? Jimmy Dore left. If you're so convinced that it's blackmail, call up the police, okay? Call up the police, tell them, hey, Anna Kasparian tried to blackmail Jimmy Dore, because guess what? Blackmail is fucking illegal. So call him up, report her to the police, get the courts involved. I'm sure the courts would love to talk about this kind of a case with someone who admitted to sexual harassment of multiple coworkers. I'm sure that would go great for Jimmy. I'm sure it would go great, okay? And I'm sure that they would 100% take your side that this was blackmail. 100%. Yeah. No, absolutely. Totally. Hint, they won't because it's not blackmail. I'm sorry, guys. This isn't the equivalent of, like, a member of the mafia walking in and saying, hey, nice place here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it, you know? That's not what was happening. Anna was like, and all Anna said was, hey, you've been talking shit. I'm gonna talk about this now. That's not the same thing. I'm sorry if you live in that world, but it's not the same thing. And please, if any of you understand what I'm saying, there is still hope for you, okay? There's still hope for you. Get out of the Jimmy Dore left and come to be a more productive member of leftist organizing, all right? Become a better human being. Because just by stopping, by not watching Jimmy Dore, by stopping what you do, okay? You will become a better human. And that's all I want for you. I want you to be better people. I want you to be better, more understanding, and more, bigger-brained people. That's right, more bigger-brained. That's what I want for you. I'm putting it in simple terms so you can understand, okay? Lyra Bird, you were there in 2018. You're a better human now. Lyra Bird, thank you for... I'm so glad you've put in the work to rehabilitate yourself, okay? I didn't intend to make a comment response video, but I guess we did. Because basically it's just been me responding to people on this video saying that's not how blackmail works. Oh god. Yeah, guess what? Chaotic Kitten, very good point. Everyone who was there should go to the police. You know, Jimmy can go to the police with his blackmail accusation, and everyone who was in the office who saw him publicly sexually harass Anna Kasparian can go to the police, and we'll see who wins out in the courts. Perfect solution. Oh yeah, Jimmy Dore's commentary when he was on TYT was dog shit too.